Good morning, everyone. Today is the day we're going to start planting up this new garden bed. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a beautiful day today. It's Saturday, September 14th. It's going to be an all-sun day, 84 degrees, and we have no plans this weekend other than some planting. So that's super exciting. That makes you feel like you can just relax and enjoy the process when you don't have a ton of other things going on. And that's basically our day today. We decided on some more emerald green arborvitae along this fence here, and we went for the big ones. We got like 6-foot emerald green arborvitae, and they look nice and healthy. My husband's been good about watering them. So we're going to do 6 along the fence here, and I'm really excited about just having some more privacy in our backyard. And I also have, this is my Twombly's Red Sentinel Japanese Maple that I have had sitting in this pot for quite a while. Just move it over here. That I was planning to put right next to the arbor here. I'm not quite sure. We've sort of been going back and forth about how I'm feeling about planting this here. I don't know. I just don't know if I want it here or not, but I think it's a definite option. I think, this is the tree that I got from Home Depot very inexpensively. It was like $78. But if you notice, let me come around here. If you notice on the side here, I don't know if someone clipped it, because it kind of takes this wonky, goes like this and then over and up. So I don't know if someone had clipped it before they mailed it out, which would concern me a little bit, because then I would be worried that it would grow more wide than it would be tall or columnar. So I don't know. I'm still debating that. We might take the risk though and plant that, because I think it could be super beautiful. So we've got that. And all the way down here, we did purchase 2 viburnums. Let's see, I don't think I have the tag, but they're the proven winners. I think it's the blueberry muffin. Let's see if I have a blue muffin. The blue muffin viburnum by Proven Winners. Really beautiful and has a really pretty lace cap white bloom on it. I did buy 2, which I think will fit beautifully between the river birch trees here. They do have beautiful fall color as well. I think it was like a red. This beautiful leaf turns a red color in the fall. And then it does produce blueberries as well, but you do need to have another viburnum to help it produce the blueberries. And this viburnum, I remember it's in the category of the arrowwood viburnum, and I can't remember if this is considered the female viburnum, but I am going to end up buying another viburnum to help these 2 viburnum produce their blueberries in the fall, because I really would love that extra added interest, on this shrub. So I'm super excited. My husband picked up some composted manure, and we also have some mulch as well to put over this bed here. We just have this midnight black mulch that we got at a local nursery. This was also the compost from a local nursery. It looks like it's made in Manchester, New York, locally sourced and manufactured products. We'll give that a try. So I am really excited to get this underway. And it just always feels good when you're moving forward and, just seeing things start to fill out and your garden plan come to fruition. I know for our backyard, we really have desired more privacy for many, many years. We've been here for 10 years. And just with everything else that you have to do when you're a new homeowner, that sometimes these kinds of things get put off, and they can be very pricey. So we've really taken our time over the years to complete the backyard here. So I'm really excited to start working on this garden bed, and also excited to be sharing it with you.
I'm just gonna call that 5 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this one here is generally in the center. Okay. Actually, this one could come forward
Slightly, yeah.
Not a lot. We'll adjust the hole. It'll adjust in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a Proven Winners Luminary Ultraviolet Phlox. Gets 32 to 36 inches tall. These are just some of the things that I picked up recently. And I know I got this, it was on sale. It was, I can't remember how much, but it was not $20, and I don't think it was even $10. It was maybe $7. So I picked that one up. Just looking to add some more things in this fall, and I'll take you over here. I also have several other things that I've picked up. These were $2. This is a yellow echinacea, and it was blooming. A really pretty white creamy bloom, and now that's gone by, but these were $2 each, so I picked a couple of those up to add to my echinacea collection. I also picked up the Purple Pillar Rose of Sharon shrub, which I thought the bloom was really beautiful on that. It looks like it's starting to open up for today. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're huge mums. And I love to support my niece's volleyball efforts every year, and they have a big mum sale, and you get these huge mums for a great price. And so I always love to support her. So I got 2 of the purple pink, just that color there. I got 2 of the yellow, 2 of the maroon red, and that's all I have. So I remember I tried to divide these last year and did not work out too well. So I am going to just probably plant these out in the landscape or put them in pots, and that'll be part of my fall decorating as well. And I also have this white rose of Sharon that I got as a gift from a friend, from a friend's garden. So I'll be planting that out at some point as well. I really was happy to get this as a gift because if you saw my recent video where I toured my mother-in-law's garden, she had like 6 large, mature, beautiful white rose of Sharon plants, and I just love them. So I just received this as a gift from a friend, so I'm happy to plant this up as well. Yeah. What do you think about this one and how close it is to the branching and stuff here?
I think this fall, Jenny, you and I are going to be cutting down this one and this one and maybe this one.
Okay.
So these are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We'll do a little bit more trimming.
Something like this. Actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So don't necessarily worry about the branches.
Yeah, we can always trim that up.
Right.
Plus, it'll be getting taller and taller. So. Yeah. So I think they look nice now.
I feel like this one's got to go to the left a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like this one should be like about yay.
Mm-hmm. How's it going? Doug's doing an awesome job. He got the first viburnum planted, and we also built up this bed a little bit with some topsoil and a little bit of compost. Looks great. He's just starting on the second one. And I am kind of over here. I just weeded this entire area here. We're trying to just weed this entire bed. So I've been just working down, made it all the way down to this river birch tree. And there wasn't too many weeds back in here, and I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to just weed this whole bed here. Any stray weeds along the border up and all the way till the end there. So we can be weed free when we start planting the arborvitaes. Okay, it's a new day and we are back at it. Well, I should say I am back at it because Doug is at work and I am home today. And we have made progress. We have planted up so far our 2 viburnum, which you saw the other day, as well as 3 of our emerald green arborvitae, and they're really looking beautiful. Really am enjoying them. I am going to be helping out with some of the digging. We've got 2 more holes to dig, and Doug just kind of laid it out for me. I'm going to do a little digging later today, just so we can get these last 2 planted. We are feeling a little bit more positive about the Twombly's Red Sentinel. It looks so much better when the light hits it. Look at that beautiful new leaf. That's so pretty. We were kind of feeling uncertain about it. I still am not quite sure about the structure, and if you notice, the top here is not providing any leaves at this time, so that's a little worrisome. That's a little concerning, but it is beautiful in this light, in this September light, and I know this is the time of year that it's going to be turning red. I think it turns red twice a year. I want to say in the springtime and in the autumn season as well. So that's looking like we might give that a try. And the good thing about your garden is that if you don't like how it looks, you can always make a change. So that's our current thought on that. I also want to come over here and talk about the blue muffin viburnum. This is a deciduous shrub from Proven Winners, and it is I mentioned before, it's called the arrowwood viburnum, and it blooms a really beautiful lace cap white flower in the springtime. I was doing a little bit more research on this, and I'll have to admit, we picked this out in the nursery, and I didn't really look up any information until I got home. We just saw it in the nursery and really loved the look of it. So we just went ahead and bought 2. We knew we wanted viburnum. Look how beautiful that white bloom is there. And I do know that you need another viburnum in order to have this viburnum produce the blue berries. And they're not like the blueberries like you eat. They're just like little blue fruit, ornamental fruits that appear on the bushes in the autumn season. I was looking on their website, on Proven Winners website. It looks like there was some mention of this Chicago luster as a possible pollinator if it's planted nearby. Okay, so what I was explaining is that in order for this blue muffin arrowwood viburnum to produce their ornamental blue little berry fruits in the autumn season, it needs to be planted with a different type of arrowwood viburnum, and on the Proven Winners website it recommends the Chicago luster because there's currently not like a Proven Winners type viburnum that is specifically matched to this blue muffin, so I would have to order the Chicago luster. I would like to get a Chicago luster, but to be honest with you, I don't know where I would put it. I'm, running out of space for really huge shrubs in my yard. I thought about possibly over here, working something over here because I know I do want to move that hydrangea on the end to the back corner, but I also wanted to add a ornamental tree on the corner there. So I don't really want to put the viburnum there. It does need to be within about 50 feet of the other viburnum in order for it to pollinate. So for now, we just have our blue muffin viburnum that will bloom in the springtime, and I'll keep you posted on what I decide. If I decide to buy the Chicago luster and work that somewhere in the garden, I'll definitely share that with you. But yeah, that's just information about this blue muffin viburnum. If anyone was interested, and if you have planted this and were successful with getting it to pollinate, with the Chicago luster or any other type of arrowwood viburnum. I don't know if there's others that are really, good choices to use in this situation. Let me know, and if you can provide any tips for this, this specific situation, that's always appreciated as well. Just showing you a little shot of everything that I've collected thus far over this autumn season. All right, I think I'm going to get started on planting up some of these various things that I have accumulated that I've shared with you just the other day. Some beautiful mums. Sorry about my shadow. Let me see if I can correct that a little bit. Look at the color. Oh my goodness, some beautiful mums. We've got the purple pink and the yellow and the red. Wow, just beautiful. And that white rose of Sharon, I'm going to find a spot for that. And then I have my hardy geraniums that I have had sitting here. They're doing quite well, but I'm going to find a spot for those today. Lots of fall planting that we're going to get done here. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to get started with here is this Tall Garden Phlox. It's from Proven Winners, and it's called the Luminary Ultraviolet Perennial Phlox Paniculata. And let's see, it takes full sun, and the height on it is 32 to 36 inches tall. And what can I tell you? It features dark magenta violet flower panicles produced over bright green foliage. Better disease resistance than other typical phlox. Grows best in consistently moist, well-drained soil and full sun. Thrives with regular fertilization. And one of the suggestions is that it pairs well with rose mallow or hibiscus, which I do have a couple of hibiscus, the Proven Winners Summerific hibiscus. I have one there, and I have one right over here. So I just thought I would give it a shot, kind of in between. Can't think of the name of that shrub. Kind of in between this shrub here and this miscanthus grass. I'm just going to kind of set it a little bit further back so I can plant, things in front of it because it gets 32 to 36 inches tall. So we're going to start with this Tall Garden Phlox. see, this is our hard clay soil. Hard clay. I actually want to have my soil tested. I know that it is hard clay soil, but I just would like to go through that process of trying to get my soil tested and see, you know, what other components that it comes back with that says that I have, just for educational purposes for myself. I always like to learn about those things, and it's just something that I don't know, I thought it would be kind of interesting. I'm going to go get my compost. Okay, I also have some compost here, and I think I'm going to top dress with some compost. I have my mainly native hard clay soil here that I have planted it up with. When you are planting something, your native soil is very important in order for the plant to thrive. So when you dig your hole, and after you put in your biotone or your whatever type of tone you want to add to it to help establish the plant, you do want to backfill with mostly native soil, some organic component as well, like compost. So I'm coming around and I'm just top dressing with a little compost. I have the land and sea compost, and I don't know, I'm trying all different things. I do like this land and sea by Espoma compost, but I have used just compost from Home Depot as well. I am a student in my garden classroom, so I am learning every day. So, you know, what I talk to you about is not like, I'm not trying to tell you I'm an expert on anything. I'm just sharing my experience, learning as I go, and telling you what my successes are along the way. So I'm just top dressing with a little compost, and I'm going to be watering everything in once I'm done planting for the day. Okay, so we're right along my back fence here, and I just wanted to give you sort of an idea of where I placed that phlox. So you can see it's right between, I couldn't think of the name of that shrub. It's the Crimson Cutie Barberry, that's what it is. And I just placed that garden phlox kind of in the middle, right between these two things here. And I have my summerific hardy hibiscus kind of on either side of it that I think will complement. And I have plenty of room in the front if I want to underplant with something, because this is a little bit taller, and then it'll be backed by the evergreens. And I think, oh, somebody's here. Who's here? Who's here? Lou, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being with me each and every day. I appreciate you, Lou. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm also thinking about, I have that white rose of Sharon that I think will be kind of amazing. Hopefully it'll get enough sun in that spot, but right in between the two Fat Albert blue spruce, I think that's where I'm headed next for that white rose of Sharon. Now I'm moving on to this white rose of Sharon. You can see it back there in the pot that I've kind of positioned between these two baby blue Fat Albert blue spruces, and I'm not sure if I want to bring it forward just a little. I'm not quite sure how I want to position it, because I think eventually I might have to move it as these evergreens grow taller and taller. But I think it could provide, you know, beautiful flowers over the next few years in this spot. I know that the sun will hit it. If you can see, the sun is right here, and this is the back of my house is east facing, so the sun rises. It'll eventually hit, you know, everything that's on the back here for some time, so I think it will get enough sun if I leave it back there. And it does get kind of tall, so I may leave it just square between those Fat Albert blue spruce, and then I do have some more space in here that I can also do have another rose of Sharon that I could put there if I want to. But let's start off with the white rose of Sharon and see how we do. Okay, I decided to put these other two together, and I think I'm going to plant them right here in between my Vanderwolf pine and this other blue spruce, and we'll see how they do here. They are a little bit vulnerable, and I think I may come over and water these right away, not wait till the end of my planting day, because, I mean, if you can see, they're just little, they've got little root systems on them, and they were in this bucket of compost. I just want to make sure that they're going to be just handled really carefully and protected. They will have a number of weeks, I think, before, like, our first frost is usually mid-October, but I feel like we've been having warm Octobers at least the last couple of years. I remember last year, like mid-October, oh my goodness, we had a beautiful warm week. It was like 80 degrees, you know, when it should have been starting to possibly have our freezing or, you know, frost temperatures and things. So we'll see how they do. Okay, before I move on, I'm just going to water in these three things that I've planted in this area. Got our Tall Garden Phlox. And I really want to give these white roses of Sharon some good water. Water them right in. This one's draining a little bit better here. Next up is this beautiful purple pillar rose of Sharon. And this is just gorgeous, guys. The purple pillar rose of Sharon shrub. It's a full sun plant. It's from Proven Winners. With its very narrow habit, purple pillar rose of Sharon is unlike any other. It's a tidy column of showy two-color blooms in the summer, very unique in containers as well. Okay, so the features are that it's very narrow, heat tolerant, it requires full sun, and it gets, 10 to 16 feet tall. Holy cow, and 4 to 5 feet wide. Okay, I'll show you kind of where I was thinking of putting it, and I think just by reading how tall it gets, I think I've decided on where possibly I should place it. Okay, my first thought was right on this corner here. I think it could look beautiful and, you know, just be a nice corner piece here growing up, very tall and all flowers and narrow. I think that could look beautiful. I know it does get pretty tall and wide, but I know we can prune this as well. So that was my initial thought. I just don't want it to take over the walkway, and also I want it to get enough sun, which I think that it would. It gets, you know, a certain amount of this morning sun. It's about 11 o'clock now. And it will also get, I believe, sun in the afternoon once the sun gets up over the shed here and it's more over this way. I think it would also get some sun, I think. So I was thinking about this spot. This is another spot I was looking at right here. Excuse the noise if you can hear it. My neighborhood is lighting up with noise, as it always does. That's okay. People are doing work. It's fine. There's people swimming and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I'm not quite sure about this area because with the fact that it gets so tall, I mean, I'd have to trim it then if I wanted to keep it shorter. I don't know if it should be pushed back further, but I don't want it to not get enough sun in that area, and I think it would get a nice amount of sun and be up against these grasses here, which would look really pretty. Comment below, what do you think? Where should I put it? And, I'll make a decision in this video, but nothing that I can't change in the future if it's something that's not working out, right? Look at this beautiful planter. This has done so well. And I never thought I would really love red in the garden, but I do. And I think when it's combined with pink, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm moving on to my mums because I'm having a hard time making a decision about the purple pillar rose of Sharon. So I have one mum here, one that's flopped over there, the two yellow mums. I'm just going to dig a hole, and these will probably be here, hopefully, if I keep them watered until November. I like to extend the life of my mom as long as I can. And actually last year I left them in through the winter season. I don't know, I just kind of liked the way they looked, even though they were a little brown. So we'll see what I do this year, but this is my next plan for the day. Okay, we're going to water them in. Mums definitely need water every day, especially if you want to get as much life out of them as you can during the autumn season. So I will check on these every single day and make sure they're definitely watered. Because if you miss a few days, especially if it's hot out, you can kind of lose your mums. Okay, so here's my yellow mums planted for the fall season. I think I'm going to shift gears, and I'm going to pause on my fall planting of all my little plants and flowers that I've purchased and start to dig some holes for my emerald green Arborvitae, because I really told Doug that I would help out with that, and if I can get those holes dug, before he gets home from work, then his day is a little bit easier. And we have a volleyball game tonight, so I'm going to shift gears and start digging, and then I'll have to continue on with my fall planting another day. Okay, this is my last task of the day. I just started digging, and I dug out these two holes here. Doug might have to dig a little bit deeper when he comes home, but I gave him a good head start. Dug out a bunch of rocks. And that's it for my day. Thank you so much for joining me today.